The lizard holds a crimson-soaked rag against his side. He looks up as you approach, his expression oddly serene.
Magisters, they found our camp near the old harbour and unleashed hell upon us. I'm lucky in a way. I was wounded by an arrow. It wasn't just sword and spear the Magisters used on us. No, they had these weapons. Living beings, depleted of source and crucified, pathetic to look at until... the power that they unleashed. There was nothing we could do. Only run. Shriekers they're called. I can still hear that sound they uttered. Makes my scales crawl.
Sir Gareth is looking for a way to defeat them now. Let us hope he finds it.
Take the pain away.
He owes you a life. You have my thanks.
You cured me. Thank you, stranger. Please, heal the others as well.
Rest, Jules. Claude? Claude?
You healed me. How did you... Oh, never mind. I don't care how. I only care that today won't be my last.
I don't remember much. I barely had time to realize the Magisters were attacking before I was injured. The last thing I saw were these things, these shriekers. Those Magisters are gonna pay in blood for what they did to us.
If my mother were here, she'd box my ears for not being able to thank you properly. Though I reckon that walloping from the Reds was punishment enough. Take this, at least. It'll have to do. Thank you.
Please, heal them all.
The young woman looks over the remaining wounded, seemingly unsure of what to do. She sees you and nods.
I'm glad you're safe now.
We aren't really safe here, are we?
So long as Gareth returns, we will be. You're certain it was Verda's?
He said his name. Barely even knew that much. But still.
You tried your best.
You're a finer healer than I'll ever be, sorcerer. Thank you. I wouldn't be much of a seeker if I didn't recognize a sorcerer, especially one still wearing their collar. We work to protect Source and its most gifted wielders. We're looking for sorcerers with special talents.
She takes you in and almost smiles.
I suppose we'll see about you. If we ever make it out of here, that is. But before that, I've got the injured to see to. If you know a way, I'd be beyond grateful. Magic? All I've got is my own two hands and...
She trails off and limply gestures to her paltry makeshift infirmary.
I'm not even a healer. Ours was killed in the attack. I'm just a cook. Do what you will. Just don't cause them any more suffering.
So long as Gareth returns, we will be.
Healed. In an instant. My wounds have all but vanished. I didn't think. I was certain I wouldn't. Thank you. The Magister flagship. It has ballastay that tore our ship into kindling. A shard from our own mast pierced my side. I'm lucky the others managed to haul me all the way here. Especially after I saw what the Magisters did to those of us they captured.
He shudders at the memory.
They turned the living into shriekers.
You tried your best, Hal.
Crucified wretches that unleash pure destruction on anyone who tries to pass.
So long
Nobody survives those things. I wish I had a fitting way to thank the person who saved my life. As it is, all I can offer is, well, it's not much, but maybe you'll find some use for it. Thank you.
How do you have so much power?
You tried your best, Hal. I'm glad you said
I feel better.
so long as Gareth returns, we'll...
I'm alive! I'm alive!
You're certain it was murders?
He said his name. Barely even knew that much. But still.
You tried your best, Hal. I'm glad you're safe now.
We aren't really safe here, are we?
So long as Gareth returns, we'll...
Water, please. Water.
You're certain it was
There.
murders?
They're going to be all right.
His name. Barely even
Thank
knew
you.
that much. But still.
Thank you. Gods above, thank you.
I'm glad you're safe now.
We aren't really safe here, are we?
So long as Gareth returns, we will be. You're certain it was Verda's?
He said his name. Barely even knew that much. But still.
You tried your best, Hal. I'm glad you're safe now.
We aren't really safe here, are we?
I'm alive! I'm
So long as
alive!
Gareth returns, we will be.
You're alive! Wasn't sure you would be. Samadel, this is the one I told you about.
The dishevelled lizard eyes you with hope, though her hope is tinged with mistrust.
Han tells me you helped him out of Fort Joy. For that, you have my thanks.
Water, please. Water.
Can I ask if... Did you happen to meet a man named Gareth on your way here?
He'll be back, Samadel. I know he will. He has to.
He has to, indeed. We need our leader. And if he doesn't return with help soon, we haven't a hope. You're kind to offer, but you'd best talk to Gareth's squire, Exeter. He'll know where your talents can be most used. Now, Han, let's take a look at your nasty leg injury.
Catch you later, Skipper. It's good you're here.
A grim-faced man sifts through a pile of badly damaged weapons, salvaging the repairable, ditching the broken. He picks up a rapier, the blade nicked and splintered, the hilt twisted.
Please, Almighty, bless and protect your humble servant.
He holds the damaged blade up to the light.
This was Halorn's blade. It was his first, it was also his last. He didn't intend to die here, but die here he did. He was an ordinary soul with an extraordinary heart, Halorn, and he died for what he believed.
The point breaks away, leaving a jagged edge. The sword is shorter now, but it'll do more damage.
Who are you?
He realizes, to his surprise, that he holds the weapon in his hand, ready for battle. He smiles to himself, tucks the weapon away, and gets back to work.
Martha's axe looks serviceable. Most of this is scrap. Martha's axe looks serviceable.
He works fast, checking weapons to see if they're battle-ready. He thumbs the edge of a blade. It draws blood. He grins.
The blade is thirsty. Now, what can I do you for?
Before you stands a figure, her body wreathed in cloth. All you can see of her eyes are two dark holes in an ornate mask.
Armadia's blessings, child. I have not seen this face in our sanctuary before. Pray, who are you? I know this feeling all too well. But until you are ready for what comes next, you may stay here as long as you wish. I am Gratiana, priestess of Armadia. It is a privilege to welcome you to her sanctuary from Brachus's vile swamps.
Smoke and screams, echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
If this is all we have, we're done for. Martha's axe looks serviceable.
Whisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky.
We should fortify this place. Make us stand.
The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed.
We don't have the time.
So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Know what to do. More junk. This is ruin.
Smoke
Maybe we
and
should
screams,
fortify this place.
Echoes of death.
No, no.
Gareth.
We don't have the time.
Please come back.
Think, damn it. Gareth would know what to do. If I had a forge, I could do something. Maybe.
Whisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed.
Armadia is the blessed mother of magic. All that use it can trace their skill back to her grace. This is her shrine. She has sustained me here for many years, even when the evils of Brachus' swamp threatened to drown me. It was not always thus. This swamp was once a rich, lush land before he came, before Brachus. I have been here for many years. It has given me a lot of time to reflect on the past and learn from it. In truth, the torments of Brachus and of these magisters were not so different. Both purged source from this land. Indeed, the magisters have even taken Brachus' worst tools. First, the purging ones, and now those shriekers. Without something more powerful than these sticks the Seekers are armed with, those crucified monstrosities will kill them to a man. Twice today I've heard those words. Their leader, Gareth, insisted that he could lead them out of this place. I told him of Brachus' cache of soul-forged weapons, arms not even the Shriekers could stand against. He ventured out to find them, but has not returned. I fear for these souls, if he has come to any harm in the marsh. Without the wands he seeks, not one will escape this island. Gladly, but I fear you'll fare no better than the Seeker. North of here you'll find the ruins of Brachus' source armory. Nothing in this land can counter the Shrieker's power like those weapons. Without them, the Seekers are truly hopeless. Walk ever in Armadia's grace, child.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Please, Armadia, bless and protect your humble servant.
Whisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes, rest with me head.
Please, Armadia, bless and protect your humble servant.
More junk. Bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed.
Martha's axe looks
Close your sweet
sensible.
eyes, rest with me head.
Please, Armadia, bless and protect your humble servant.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death.
Whisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry.
Gareth,
The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed.
This is ruin.
So close your sweet eyes and rest your head.
Please, Armado, bless and protect your humble servant. Hello again, child. What brings you here? Go in our...
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're
Smoke and
safe in bed.
screams.
Maybe we should
Echoes of
Close your
death.
sweet eyes,
Make a stand.
rest your wee head.
Gareth,
No,
please come
we
back.
don't have the time. Damn it. Gareth would know what to do.
Please... Hello again, child. What brings you here?
More junk.
Go in...
Hold up. I've got to take care of some business. Friend, how does life find you?
Well, I'll be. If it ain't the beast of the sea. Stories of your beard alone fly across Riverland like flocks of crows. Fair bit more inland than you'd prefer, yeah?
Ain't I know it, ain't I know it.
Beast claps him on the back and chuckles heartily. If they hadn't met just a moment ago, you might think the dwarves lifelong friends.
I don't want to intrude, seeing as how you got your own trials and travails, but I don't suppose you've been to Reaper's Coast of late. Maybe heard of a fella named, what was it? Lohar?
Lohar? Yeah, I know of the guy. From back when I was looking for fishing work out in Driftwood. He's, how shall I say, an entrepreneur. Still out there a bit. Had his stubby fingers and a lot of pies, if you get my meaning.
Sounds like a man I'd buy 2 flagons of mead for. One for drinking and one for toasting. I got something for him. I'll tell him you sent your regards, Mr.
It's Duggan it is. Oh, and this here's Leah. You gotta be sick of that collar. Leah, you can get it fixed up, yeah?
Sure thing.
Bet you're glad to be rid of it. Amazing to meet the beast in flesh. Let's see if we can get you back to sea. Fighting the good fight, yeah? Your lungs have got to be starved for the salt air.
Beast chortles and nods, then passes you a sly wink. Such a charm bucket.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of
Wish
death.
bonny barn, now don't you cry.
Gareth, please come back.
The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us.
Duggan stands over Leia, singing softly as she mutters about Gareth.
There, lass. Don't you worry. Gareth will be back soon. He'll...
Sir Gareth, did you find any sign of him?
Please, Armado, bless and protect your humble servant.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your head.
All of us. I owe you a debt. We all do.
My ocean's locked. Stop fidgeting, lad.
They're gonna be all right. Thank you. Thank you. Gods above, thank you.
My Lucian's locked. Stop fidgeting, lad.
I'm healed.
Water, please. Water.
Sir Gareth, did you find any sign of him?
So close your sweet eyes and rest.
Please come back.
Birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams, echoes of death.
Wish, Bonnie Bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams, echoes of death.
Wish, Bonnie Bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your
Amidst the placid little pond, the face of a goddess lies half submerged in the water. Rivulets stream from her deep-set eyes like endless cascades of sunlit tears. You feel peaceful in her presence, soothed somehow by an intangible comfort.
Bless and protect your humble servant.
As you gaze upon her loving face, you find yourself drawn into a trance-like state. A voice seems to reach you from within your mind and from the furthest reaches of the stars. Its whispers caress you like a breeze. The voice grows stronger, like a breeze picking up. What were whispers become words.
My children, my children. Gone are my children. Dead are they in the cradle I have wrought.
Her hold tightens and slips in waves, wavering between indignation and curiosity.
My child, weep with me for the mother who has lost. Weep with me and bathe in the tears of Amadia.
Your tears mingle with those of the goddess down in the tranquil crystalline pond. As suddenly as it came, the voice is gone, and you wake from its presence as if from dream-filled slumber. The pond now shines with an inner light, and standing in its waters, you feel rejuvenated, pure, as if born anew.
Amadia's grace, blessings upon this day.
Smoke and screams.
By Amadia's grace, what did you do?
Please come back.
This is a rare gift, one I've not seen before in all my years. Blessings be. I am humbled to be in your presence. Perhaps once, when the 7 gods were still strong. But it has been many years since this was anything other than a pond for me to pray at. Amadia's strength waned when the divine Lucian accepted the power of the 7. This is most unusual. Truly we are blessed to know you. If Amadia favors you, that is all I need to know. Go in peace, sister.
Wisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The 7 watch o'er us, you're safe in bed.
Smoke and screams.
So close your
Echoes
sweet
of
eyes
death.
and rest your wee head.
Gareth, please come back.
Martha's axe looks serviceable.
Wisht, bonny bairn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The 7 watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes
Smoke and
and
screams.
rest your wee head.
Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Please, Amadia, bless and protect your humble servant.
Smoke and
Wisht, bonny
screams.
bairn, now don't you cry.
Echoes of death.
The birds are asleep, the
Gareth,
moon's in the sky.
please come back.
The 7 watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
If I had a forge, I could do something. Maybe.
Please, Amadia, bless and protect your humble servant.
The goddess's tears still stream freely, but an aura of loving calm now permeates the soft, moist air.
Smoke and screams.
more rations, please. Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much. Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much. Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much. Worse than more rations, these.
You forget my name here.
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
You forget my name here.
Griff glances from his blade to you and back again.
Spare the indignation and hand it over. Now. I ain't gonna ask again. Hand it over. Oh, you must think I'm playing with you. I don't play. Hand them over.
Not like this. I wouldn't let them.
She smiles and gives you a long, meaningful look.
I couldn't let him kill you. That would be awful.
She smiles and gives you a long, meaningful look.
I couldn't let him kill.
What in his death to avoid work?
Well done. Sometimes, the best way from a situation is the simplest. I hope Griff rests in peace, even if he lives in anger. You helped me. You saved me from a terrible man. But still there is more I ask of you. I know a way out of here, and this I tell you. But there is something else. Sahela, she is everything. A ruler, a seer, a knower, a child. She cannot be lost here. It is for all our people, for the world. Give me your map. I show you the way out. A secret. Dangerous. But it leads to freedom.
I give you this amulet. You must pass it to the elves who still remain. Tell them Sahela is here. They will send help. Please. She is important.
I go to her. I wish you good luck, and I thank you for us all.
What were you thinking, messing with Riff's roots in?
You think you're so fancy with your flashy abracadadoodle, don't you? Fat, who needs you? Ah, I caught a blow too many from those card-playing fatheads up on the ramparts. I got myself a golden ticket. I didn't even get the chance to use it. Why don't you take it? If they offer you a round of cards, this one guarantees you a win. It's called the Sparkler. Whoever's got it gets the pot. Filched it from that hog Griff himself. Careful though. If you ain't as skilled a fighter as me, you'll end up on Dr. Lest's table with the rest of the lilies.
Our healer's walk is never done. Unless everyone's dead, of course.
Medicine? What a shame. All you need's a strong constitution and the gods will take care of the rest.
He taps hammer to nail and doesn't look up.
Ho ho! Ain't come to shake me down for my knickers, have you? You're all I got left after your buddies were through with me. That's so. Huh. You look just like 'em. But then again, I never was the best at telling your kind apart. No harm intended, of course.
I fear it will be quite some time before we find any answers at all, my friend. Though, it doesn't hurt to ponder.
1,000 bottles of dust. 50 bottles of tears, oh. Make the hinges rust.
When another divine arises, will source change back? What if there are no sorcerers left? It's a question. Find sources so dangerous. What if there's a
1,000 bottles of dust.
So void woken, not attracted to source.
50 bottles of tears, oh. Make
When
the
another
hinges
divine
rust.
arises, will source change back? What if there are no sources? Why hasn't Alexander risen yet? When another divine arises, will source change back? What if there are no sorcerers left? Yet so quickly we find source so dangerous. What in his death caused it? So void woken are attracted to source. But why?
Oh, 10 bottles of mead.
When another divine arises, will source
1,000
change
bottles of
back?
dust.
What if there are no
50 bottles of tears, oh. Make the hinges rust.
Alexander risen
So, what's the news? She ain't coming back.
When another divine arises, will source change back? What if there are no sorcerers? So quickly, we find source so dangerous. What in his death caused it? So void woken are attracted to source. But why? When another divine arises, will source change back? What if there are no sorcerers left? Why hasn't Alexander risen yet?
So, what's the news?
Clara, she ain't come back.
Well, I certainly got lucky with you, didn't I? The way out's nice and secluded. It starts in a little hidden alcove on the beach. Give me your map. I'll show you where to go. And hurry! Not a tick of the clock to spare!